Are you emailing your donors enough? A 2015 nonprofit trends report says that nonprofits are not emailing their donors enough, that many of them, 76% of nonprofit organizations, do not even email their donors more than once a month. This is not good, especially now, year end. Hi, Joy Olson here of Blockbuster Fundraising with your daily tip. And now that we are so close to year end, donor emails are going to be your very best friend. And if you're like me as a development director, you have to really advocate for that, because sometimes your marketing people aren't going to want to let you email them as often as you need to right now. So let's look at the reasons why you need to be aggressively emailing your donors from now through December 31st. We're going to be looking at tips and best practices and best advice on how often we should be and what we should be emailing our donors this last 41 days of our fundraising year. But remember, there's never a better time than right now for an amplified email marketing strategy. About 33% of all charitable gifts are going to be given in this next 40 days. People are feeling motivated and generous during the holiday season, and they also want to make their tax-deductible gifts by December 31st. So you've got to leverage this sense of urgency, and this is something really important you can do right now to make a huge difference in your 2016 fundraising goals, surpassing those goals. This is a true story. About 3 years ago, I had a humongous fundraising goal, and I looked like I was going to miss my goal by, about $17,000. And I had a huge one. And the last 3 days of the year, the last 3 emails we sent out with a beautiful story, a video with the story about the particular story, we made up that $17,000 and went beyond. I promise you, good emails are going to work for you. Referring to that a story 3 years ago, if it hadn't have really been for a Network for Good webinar that I took in December, talking about what you should be doing in the last 4 days of the year, including December 31st, I don't think I would have done that. And I had to really push it with marketing peeps, like I mentioned earlier. But it's worth it. Your donors want to hear from you when you've got a great story. They really do. The emails that we're talking about are really going to be developed by you, a series, 3, 4, 5 of pre-written emails that really tell a great story. You want to send them on a specific schedule, and you want to give them information that will get their attention. And many of your donors have already perhaps gotten a newsletter from you, a Thanksgiving annual appeal. Well, this is an email about a story. It's not one long email about 8 stories. It's one story with open-ended, telling them that they could make a huge difference to making this happen by year end. Your nonprofit holiday emails got to really leverage the sense of urgency of the giving season, and you want to deliver more direct asks using your email. remember that you want to, hopefully, they've heard from you a week or two before Thanksgiving, and now you want to be in their line of vision every single week in December, because if you don't ask, someone else will and is, and you can count on that. I found that working really hard and work with your team on a catchy subject line for your email makes a huge amount of difference. And you want to have a goal for each email. And I truly recommend doing a video for each email, because each email should be about a specific situation, one character, one protagonist, one child, one homeless pet. Make it personal. Don't worry about making your videos a huge professional production. Make it from the heart of your nonprofit. That's what your donors want to see. And you can tell it through anyone's eyes, whether it's a staff person, a volunteer, a board member, even through maybe a child that your organization has helped. Do something in video, because it will make a huge difference in these emails and your success with the emails. I know you don't have much time, but on these emails, please use your software program, whatever you're using. Personalize the emails, and if you have time, segment them out a little bit, perhaps by the frequency of their donations and volunteers. You can figure it out, but the more personal you can make it, the better off it is. And if you have time to segment further, it may help you in figuring out which people should receive a particular type email. But if you don't have the time, forget that part. Personalize it and get it out there. Don't try to stick a whole bunch of information and facts and figures into these December emails. These December emails are all about heart. They're about a story. They're about making your donor the hero of the story. So don't go off into details that they don't have time to read and they're not particularly interested in anyway. Stay relevant to the donor being the hero, helping the protagonist, the character, the individual, the pet, somebody that really needs their help to make it. Alrighty, let's look at 3 quick tips today for getting your emails opened. And don't forget, we're going to be looking at tips from a lot of different experts all week long. These tips come from classy.org. They say, do not slack on the subject line. 33% of email recipients open messages purely off the subject line. So your subject line is the first step to an effective email. Keep it short, urgent, specific. You want to motivate your readers to open the message and get to your call of action. Sometimes a question is perfect. Tell the story and don't give a vague call to action. Appeals that say things like, any little bit counts, that fails to inspire. This holiday season, you want to make confident asks of your donors. You want to suggest a concrete amount that they can give to make a difference. For example, the $50 to help the dolphin, and then you have a video of the dolphin that needs their help. Donors tend to respond to specific calls to action. You've got to remember that now more than ever. They like a specific call to action with a defined result. For instance, you might say something like, give $10 to fill a child's backpack with school supplies. Or give $50 to save this dolphin's life now. Okay, you want to definitely provide the links and way to give, and remember this. 66% of your emails are going to be opened and read on mobile devices. It's imperative that your emails are optimized for smaller screens so that you can reach those donors who are opening your emails while on the go. So please remember that, and talk to your web people if you don't think that it's mobile responsive, because this is an important success statistic that 66% are going to be opened on mobile devices, and 33% of all donations are made in December. Don't miss out. You got time to make this work, even though you've only got 41 days left in 2016 fundraising. Go for it. You can do this. Last but not least, and this is kind of my tip here, is put something in a PS in the bottom of your email that lets your donors share your email, your request, with a friend that they think has real sensibilities about your mission. It could really work. So, you know that share button on Facebook, everybody looks for that making a huge difference, and it does make a huge difference, so try it in your email. Okay, over and out for right now. I'll see you again tomorrow. This is Joy Olson of Blockbuster Fundraising with your daily tips on your countdown to 2016 fundraising, your fundraising success. It'll be fun this week with emails. I love the social media and email side of development. I think it's the wave of the future, and it's a lot of fun. So has a lot of upside potential, and that's really important with the so few days left. It's fun to plan for something we can make happen right now. So I'm out of here for right now, but thanks for having been here. Bye-bye.